Well, hello, pickpickers and sheep punchers. This is JuryDutySummons, and welcome back to Jury's Junkyard. Today I am under the castle in my reactor room, and that's what we're going to do today. Is I'm going to build a big reactor, and I've put together a very, very ambitious design for a passive reactor. And that's what we're going to put together today. So I built this room to house it, and this area here is going to be control room, I guess. I don't know. I haven't quite figured it out. Possibly to contain a energy store, like a capacitor bank. I upgraded my energy storage. I had about 40 million RF storage, but this energy bank that we're going to be building today is going to be enough that it would fill up 30 million in a few seconds. So I upgraded to 400 million with a set of the tier 3 capacitors, and that's going to be just enough to start. And I don't necessarily need that much. I don't need much more now. But there are some projects I want to do in the future that will require lots of energy. I was thinking about doing some things with generating dimensions and doing some laser mining, some stuff like that. So we're going to have to, in order for that to work, I'm going to need a lot of energy production. And we'll see how much it'll create when I get it built. So let me get rid of some of this junk here. Let me throw it in this because otherwise, bad things. Alright, so we're going to first put down a base of reactor casings. So this is going to take a little while to do. I won't make you guys watch all of it. The idea here is, let me just make sure I have this right here. The inside dimensions are what matters most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I actually built this a little smaller than I had meant to. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay, well, I can make that work. That's fine. It just means my calculations are going to be a little off. I can expand it a little later if I want to. Okay, here we go. And as you heard, I actually built a jetpack to help make this project easier, because this is going to require... Otherwise, we're going to need a lot of, scaffolding and putting dirt down so you can climb on things. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. So we need to build the outline out of essentially reactor casings. So let's go up here. Oh, there we go. I believe it's to that point. We'll do these edges first here. Oh, let me just finish this off. What am I thinking? Apparently, I cannot. There we go. One of the great things about a passive system like this is that it can be converted to an active system later on, which is kind of my plan. Alright, cool. I originally planned on making the internal dimensions 8 by 8 and by 16. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. It keeps switching. Ah, man. I mean, I like the feature where it autofills things, but you're talking about the same block with a different ID or something. It doesn't exactly play nice with all mods. Okay, cool. And this is the last corner. The idea is that we'll be able to come down here. This will be the control center, and then we'll be able to look at the reactor, and it'll be a really nice, picture of everything. There we go. That's good. Now let's fill in some of this with... We can do fuel rods to begin with. the design, kind of the basic design. Oh, that's actually glow. Nice. Didn't know that. The basic design is that you have, from my research, you have just basically a square of fuel rods down the middle, and then you surround it with, was it a resin ender or something, whatever it's called, the ender liquid. Yeah. And then you dial up the control rods up to like 95% or something, and then you get like the most efficient possible. If you know much about big reactors, this design will be quite... Let's see how efficient it is. There we go. Now, this took a ton of resources. If you're familiar with the mod, you'll know how much iron I had to, you know... I think I made something like 65 stacks of iron, and I used a lot of it. I just made a ton of iron and just used it until I was done. I think that's one too high. And that's the last of it. Turns out I had exactly the number of fuel rods I needed, so I may have done my I might have done my calculations correctly. I threw in the calculator 8x8. I thought it was calculating based on internal size versus external size or something like that, but I didn't actually count it. I didn't actually check, so it turns out I was wrong. Okay, so we're going to put some glass down too. I like the idea of having glass along the top. Let's do something like this. We'll use some of these up here at the bottom. I don't have enough glass here made. It's easy to make. I mean, I could just make some more, but I think what I'll do is I'll just do this back end here out of this material. It's not like it matters. It's identical. The cost to make the glass is, you know, the difference is just 2 pieces of glass to make it. So the cost is essentially the same, so no big deal. Yeah, up to this point, I think I will... There we go. Whoa! I just crashed. Yeah, let me see if I can figure that out. Well, it appears that all is well, so that was pretty special. Alright, so I'm going to do is I'm going to pick these up, and I'm going to put these in here until I'm ready for them. How about that? There we go. Oh, that's too funny. So what I did is I was right-clicking. I was holding down the right-click button, and then it yeah, caused issues. It entered some device, and I don't know. I actually don't even know what interface it opened up, but this thing is not built yet, so obviously it wasn't the right interface. Okay, so this goes across. Let's get this done. This kind of assumes that this is the right size, which I think it is. I have all of this set up with my autocrafters, so it was much easier. This is why I built the autocrafters, because when you're making like 20 stacks of something that actually is kind of what's it called? Involved, then yeah. Kind of wish I had those autocrafters earlier than I did in the game. It makes certain things a lot easier. Like the jetpack I made, I set up all of, not all of the jetpack components, but like the basic Ender IO components I have set up as, there we go. I have that set up too. Yeah, okay. What I need to do is use up the rest of these reactor casings. So I should have, if my math was correct, exactly enough between the reactor casings and the reactor glass, you know, to be like perfectly enough. So I can't just start using the glass everywhere. There we go. And I could, but I'd have to convert it over, which I kind of don't want to do. I don't know what to do with this. Something like that, maybe? I don't know. I'm feeling like I should just convert those over. What do I have left? Oh, enough to be annoying, I guess. Okay, let's see if this is right. It might not. I mean, it might be okay. I guess anything left over, I'll just put on this side. The side away from kind of where it's going to be mainly visible. Oh, I think I need to... Oh, I missed a few spaces there. I'll be. Yeah, I was super happy when I finished this and it had exactly enough pieces. Yeah, it looks all good. Because it's as you're building this, because of the design, you know, if you look down from the top, you can't really see whether you put in all the pieces below you or not. It's just not easy, you know. So it's okay. Something like a builder might be appropriate for next time. Honk. There we go. Yeah, we're mostly just going to be... Oops. Alright, there we go. Let's just go around the top up here, I guess. If I have, like, extras, I'll be a little surprised. I don't think I have any... I don't think I have anything extra here. If I do, though, I can hold on to it and create a expansion or something, maybe. Because I have 9 left. Crikes. 2 left. Oh, what an odd number. That's not even odd, is it? Okay. Let's just put it back here. There we go. I kind of wanted to... I like the look of when it's open and visible, and you can kind of see what's going on the inside. Besides, this reactor glass looks really neat. Okay, that's essentially it, I think. Let's make sure. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. I have a little bit extra. Nice. I can use that to clean up a little bit later. Okay, so let's grab this other junk I took out of my inventory here. Okay. Don't need the torches right now. So it's power tap. I want to put this over here. Oh, so that power tap holds 10 million RF by itself, or the whole thing does. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah. So there we go. So this is where so I made a bunch of high-end energy conduit, the Ender energy conduit, which will transfer about 20k RF per tick, which is going to be about right for what we're trying to build here. And there's something I'm missing. I'm missing control rods. What do I do with my control rods? Well, I don't know exactly what I did with them, so I'm going to have to just order some more. So let's do that here. According to the simulator, I'm going to need 25 of them. So let's pull this up. I swore I already ordered them, but what am I missing? Graphite bars. Shit. So we can make graphite real quick here. Boy, would I be embarrassed if I already freaking have the control rod somewhere. Alright, so So let's order some wood up here. Wood. I don't think I needed all that much as far as graphite bars. Yeah, just 17. So a stack of wood should do if it ever gets here. So I'll show you how this works. So it's going to generate the charcoal. It'll take a few seconds to go through. Really doing half a stack right now because that should be sufficient to finish it. And then it grabs them out and it redoes the charcoal, and we get graphite bars. And we just needed 17, so let's grab 17 when it comes out. Okay, so I'll throw these 17 into the system. I think that's almost done. Yeah, that's it. We'll throw these into the system too. Change to crafting. Here are our control rods. 25. Boom. That's working now. Let's see where we got. Come on. It's all good. You can be made. You can make them. There they are. Oh, I love that so much. It's not like the recipe for these is all that ridiculous, but it can be kind of annoying to deal with. So there we go. Easy peasy. A lemon squeezy. Oh boy. I think I haven't quite done yet is made more of a reasonable way to get down into the reactor. I need to figure that out. Right now it's just kind of herpy derpy. Ta-da! So, reactor access port. I think what we'll want to do is put these right here. Gosh, it's hard to get depth perception on these when they're just like that. There we go. Picked up the glass, so we're going to the reactor. We want the red net port on this side. Power tap. Oh, I made 4 controllers? Why did I make 4 controllers for? That's a little bizarre of me. So there we go. Let's put that on last, because that's the key piece here. Oh boy. Come on, let me. I can't fit in the hole! Okay. There we go. The reason why it's weird that I made these controllers is to take a diamond. I don't quite know how I made 3 of them. I think I must have made a misclick or something. I don't know. So power tap, reactor access port. Okay, so that's going to be for adding in fuel and stuff like that. Power tap. We don't want another power tap over here. We do want to put some glass in. Yeah, well anyway, I think that's probably good. Just do it this way. And then I think... Oh yes, it completed. Ha! And there we go. We have an interface. Do not auto-eject waste. Must be manually eject. Okay, so that's that. Alright, so we don't have any fuel on this right now, but this is where you'd put it in. So we can eject fuel and eject waste. Wow, that's hard to read all that junk because it's just often the NEI interface. Okay, we can work it like this, and I think we will just to see how it works. Just make sure it works. In fact, even. I need some of this. Let's get a couple. I don't know, 6 stacks worth. I have 3K of it. Man, I did your best. I made an extra one of those. So, whoa. That's cool. I took another stack. Oh my gosh. 2 whole stacks and it's 8% full. Oh my goodness. Well, it's a quarter full. Let's get this closer to being full. Well, you know what? Let's not do that for now. I don't have an unlimited. I have quite a 4K of it, so I could fill this up right now. But this should be plenty to test, I think. So if we activate the reactor, let's see what happens. Ooh boy! Wow! Wow! It's making some energy. 14K. Looks like I can settle down. It might settle down about 16K, I'm guessing. Yeah. Wow. 16K per tick. Nice. Look at that internal battery filling up. Oh. Oh, I was right. And it's going 5 millibucks per tick. So let's see if we can adjust the coolant rods. So we'll do all. So 95% on the coolant rods. Let's see how that fares now. We're still heating up. Do we need to do all of them at once? Oh, crap. Rods. Set. I actually don't know what that name is all about, but let's get these down to 95% for now. Okay, I see that. It says control to change all rods. That makes sense. So 90, let's just see how 90 works. Actually, 90 is not a bad place to be. It's cooling down some. They say somewhere between 700 and 900 is where you want to be. We're generating 6K RF per tick. Okay, fuel reactivity. Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape here. Casing heat. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, it's coming down. The temperature's coming down a bit here. I think 90 is probably a good place to be. I'd like to be more in the 800s, but this is pretty close. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is get some coolant for this. Okay, mostly done here. What I did is I melted down ender pearls in the Tinker's Construct thing, whatever the hell it's called, and I created buckets full of resonant ender. Now I have more than I really need, so I've got to figure out what to do with that. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting it at the top layers all the way around and allowing it to flow down. So there we go, there's one, oop, there's another. And then we will cap this off. See how the texture changed? So we're in good shape. That's still at 90. Oh. There's control work there. I think 90 is probably good. And well, we got some wiring mess over here, but we'll go into that in a little bit here. That's just energy energy conduit. I hooked it into my battery system so that way it would drain the internal reserve so we could play with it some. So there we go. So core fuel status is good. We still have most of the fuel. Looks like the radiation's going down just a little bit. That's okay. Casing heat is cooled down to room temperature. And battery is empty because 10 mil dumped into my storage. Yay! So let's try turning it on. Activate reactor. Let's see what the temperature turns to now that we have the resonant ender cooling fluid. You can also use melted redstone. Hey, reactor casing. Cool. And that works too. And there's a few other options. You can just use water, which is not very good. There's something really expensive, which we're not going to use. You could even fill this thing full of diamond blocks or gold blocks, and that'll work to some degree as well. Trying to fill this damn thing with diamond blocks. You know, I got some diamonds, but I just don't have that many. No, thank you. All right, so core heat and casing heat are a lot closer. It's warming up slowly. Let's bring the control rods. So we'll react those to 0, I think. I don't actually know what that naming means. I think that's probably for RedNet. Let's get rid of that for now. So one thing you can do, you can have a RedNet control port, which I added here. And this gives you an interface to control it. So what I'm doing here is, gosh, I don't know if I'm doing this right. If it doesn't work, I'll have to look into it. But I think that is correct, the way I have it. Is you set the first channel to power, which is the toggle reactor on and off. You set that there, so if it receives power, it turns the thing off. So then you have a way to control it automatically. So we'll look into here. Okay, we're hovering about 1400. We're making 42,000 energy per tick now. Oh boy, that's a little more than I expected, but that's okay. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Let's go with 90% again. See where that brings us. Oh boy, that drops the heat down quite a bit. Crikeys. You know what I wish I had? Let's bring the reactor rods to about 50%. Because like I said, we're looking for a temperature in the 800 to 900 range. Yeah, you can see the energy flow is, because as it gets hotter, it generates more energy, but your millibuckets per tick, that's actually not, I don't know if it's that good or not. Each bucket's 1,000 millibuckets worth? I don't remember exactly. But you can see how much we have. We have 300,000 millibuckets of fuel. We're using 2 per tick. We can increase the so let's say let's try it just 2% to see how it looks. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. And honestly, 28,000 per tick. Yeah, that's almost more than I can deal with. So let's just bring it down a bit. Yeah, let's go to 60%, let's say. Yeah. We can back off a bit from there. Little. Yeah, it's not bad. It's still generating too much energy. Okay. Well, in order to deal with that much energy, what I'll need to do is use more than one of the power taps, which is not a big deal. We can do that real quick here. So I will break this. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, that was interesting. Let's get back down to where I was. I don't know if I grabbed that piece or not. I have a few spare. Okay. You can see the quarry's working. So there we go. We'll put 2 tower. You know, I don't want the power tap there. I'm gonna drop. Gosh dang it. Okay, that's actually easy to get to. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. So that can go back to where it belongs. We can put the casing back there. That can go back on there too. Yeah. Let's take off the boots real quick. And we'll put we'll put one right here, I think. Happened to Foggy's where that went. Power tap. Okay. Neato. I think that might be my last casing. There we go. I like the connected textures. That's cool. So that way we won't be wasting capacity there. I'll need to hook it into the system somehow, some way. This is a mess. I need to redo the whole damn thing. Okay. So we built it. Oh, right. So, wow, we already have cyanide. Yeah, it seems to be making that quite fast. We're down 3%. Remember, each stack was like okay. So we are going through fuel at a pretty high rate. As far as these kinds of reactors go, this one is quite efficient. You can see how huge this damn thing is. Oh, there it is. There's my little... Oh, I gotta be careful. I don't have my boots on. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so I can't just have this running nonstop because it's using a bucket every few seconds. Or using a brick, a block worth, a bar. That's the word. So let's see if we can utilize this RedNet energy port and get this taken care of. Let's just do something with this here. I don't know. This is weird. Just pick up all this stuff here. Tried being fancy and then just kind of made a mess. I think it's probably easier if I just use the high one type here. I'm gonna have to run 2 of the high voltage cables though, but that's alright, I think. So okay, so we have the lower tier. That's fine. There we go. This. Okay, so here's the power monitor. The power monitor is going to be the thing that controls. So there we go. No conduit network attached. The power monitor needs to be attached to a conduit network to read data from. Sweet, that's fine. If we stick it right in there, I think that'll make things a little easier. Let's make these cables make a little more sense. They are a bit of a mess right now. Go. I think we have enough of the Ender energy conduit. We can make more if we need to, I guess. Okay. We need one to connect there. And there we go. Got that connection done. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I need a wrench. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. You know, it would make things a little easier if this was one higher. So let's do that. Oh. Let's turn it so it makes sense. There we go. That at least makes more sense. I think this is way too confused here. So, okay, so we do that in the middle. Okay, I don't have enough, it seems. So let's turn that off, and turn that off. We'll get rid of that, because that's unnecessary. We got two more to disconnect. There we go. That's close. Do I have any more on me? No, I don't have any more on me. Okay, well, I think the trick here is that I'm going to need to make some. Let me see. What can I do? The issue here is that each of these only has a capacity of 20,000 RF per tick. So one will not be enough to transfer all of it. This thing can input or output 400,000 per tick. So it doesn't, that's fine. But each individual spot, this is one of the more, I mean, this is one of the most highest ways you can transfer energy. So there is that. Okay, let's see if we can make some more real quick. I think I want to say I have the materials needed. So where'd that go? Oh yeah, it's over here. Wow, I move. Okay, too fast. Break a limb or something if I'm not careful. So this is the bottom side of my logistics table. What's it called? Conduit. Okay, let's see. So we got energy conduit. That's good. Okay, that's what we're looking for. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Nope. Need vibrant out. I have vibrant alloy. Let's just get a bunch of conduit bindings, which I have a sufficient quantity. I made a little too much. 2, 3, 4. There we go. So half a stack. That should be good. This is my old energy storage. I moved it down here. What I'm doing here is I have my solar panels, which you can't see, feed into RF storage through a RedNet energy cable, so that it just converts the energy from one to the other. EUs to RF, just live. It's not a perfect conversion, but I found I was using way more of one than the other. Let's do something slightly different here. Since I do have the energy. Okay. That was interesting. Oh, that was actually the only one I didn't want to turn off. Okay, there we go. I actually honestly don't know if you have to keep them separated like this, but it seems to logically make sense to me. Okay, so now that we got that done, we should be able to have drainage as required from that setup. Is this still running? I think this is still running. Yeah, it seems to hover right around that temperature. 0.1% depleted. Yeah, it's settled down a bit. So what I would like to do is use this power monitor. So right here it gives you some really good details. Machine buffers. Yeah, so there's 10,000 RF in machines. Average output, average input. So we're averaging input of 300. So all the input that's happening right now. The current input is going to be limited to the actual output. And if you look at this capacitor bank here, it is sitting at max essentially. You can top off those energies real quick. I don't really need them, but why not? So you can it's still full, and it's coming. Average is coming down because we just used a bit of power. So I currently have a Corey running. So there is a very light, well, about 1,000 RF per tick load on the system, but we also have energy coming in from a couple different sources. So there's some stored up energy in the solar panels. There's a battery on the IC2 side that's pumping in energy. So all that's being pulled from this system is about 300 RF per tick out of the 20K. So we're kind of wasting energy right now. So let's do this in a way. Let's set this up to accept input. We'll go to the red switch control. We'll turn on engine control now. Emit a signal when energy storage is less than 75% full, and stop when storage is greater or than or equal to 99% full. So we're at 100% right now. So I would expect for this to turn off immediately. If that all worked properly. Nope. It's not connected. Okay, well that makes sense. Let's just do this to make life easier. What do you... Strong signal. I'll put a strong red node sense signal. I think we're good. Let's see what we got going on here. We are dropping in temperature a bit. No, we're not. Never mind. Engine control is enabled. Storage should be at 100% right now, or close to it. I actually honestly kind of want to connect storage to here, but that may not actually work out. Let's see, can I do that? Oops. I keep wanting to hit shift when I do that, but it's not. You don't need to do that. There we go. So it's a little bit better than it was before, but it's still kind of a cabling mess. So there we go. The other 38 million was added. I wish I had a way to dump this energy so I could test it, but it filled up everything way too fast. What does that mean, I wonder? What's going on here? Let's try this. See if that changes anything. No? Interesting. I don't know why that was green. That's interesting. Okay. Oh. Yeah, you know, I've had that happen a couple of times opening up that thing. Let's connect again. I don't know why that happens, but it is what it is. I may have to take this control stuff offline or just try to control it manually. Maybe pulse is where it's at.
I'll give you 60 seconds to disappear. And if you don't get
We're having right around 800 degrees. Casing and core heat are perfect, essentially. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just have to deactivate the reactor for now. Alright, well, this video has gone on long enough. Thanks for watching, guys. I am going to have to figure out what's going on with this. I may have to use a RedNet cable, which I might have on me. Let's see. No, I sure don't. Well, anyway, I shall surely show you the results of my fiddling with this once I have figured it out. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Have a great day.